Welcome back. Today, we're going to tackle a really big idea, one that could totally change how you look at the world. It's this deep-seated belief that success is some kind of limited resource. We're going to challenge that and explore a whole new, unlimited recipe for reality.
Okay, let me just ask you this, straight up. Do you ever feel like your happiness or your success is a zero-sum game? The feeling that there's only so much good stuff to go around, and for you to get a piece, somebody else has to lose theirs. It's a really common feeling, isn't it? I mean, you see it everywhere. Getting into college, landing a promotion, even just in our social lives. It's this nagging thought that when someone else gets a slice of the pie, your slice just got smaller. Our source material actually has a name for this. It calls it the limited pie problem.
And that, right there, that limited pie mindset, it's a mental trap. It's so deeply ingrained that a lot of us fall into it without even noticing. We just assume that life is one big competition where there are only winners and losers.
But here's where our source gives us a really important warning. It says, look, some specific things in life are zero-sum, sure, but the biggest mistake you can possibly make is taking the rules from one of those little games and applying them to all of life. It's a warning not to let one contest define your whole reality.
So the big question is, if we're all stuck in this zero-sum trap, how do we get out? Well, the solution offered is so simple, it's actually kind of brilliant. Instead of fighting over the slices of the pie that's already there, you bake a new one. To really get this, the source uses a great little parable. Picture this. You've got 10 kids, but a pie with only 8 slices. So 2 kids are left out. Now what do? Do they complain? Do they get jealous? Do they fight over the crumbs? The answer is none of the above. According to this Japanese proverb, the 2 kids who are left out should go and bake a new pie. And that single idea is the absolute core of this first concept. It's a powerful call to choose creation over competition.
And obviously, this isn't really about dessert. It's a huge mental shift. Step 1 is you have to stop seeing yourself as just a competitor fighting for what's available. Then, step 2 is to start seeing yourself as a creator. If you can't get a slice of pie, fine. Go bake some amazing cookies. The point is, you're not playing their game anymore. You're inventing a whole new one.
Okay, so baking a new pie is a fantastic idea for an individual. But why are we so obsessed with the limited pie in the first place, as a whole society? Well, this next part dives into the root cause, jealousy, and a surprising social solution that's all about a sense of duty. The source does not pull any punches here. It says the root of this entire zero-sum mindset, this whole limited pie problem, is jealousy. It's that awful sinking feeling you get when you see someone else succeed, and it feels like your own personal failure. And in the age of social media, with everyone's highlight reel on display 24/7, man, that feeling can get deafeningly loud. So what's the antidote to all this societal jealousy? The source brings up a classic, really powerful concept, noblesse oblige. It's basically the original, with great power comes great responsibility. The idea that if you are successful, your duty isn't just to enjoy it, but to use it to contribute back. And you can really see the two mindsets clash here. On one side, you've got egoism, the limited pie, where my success is just for me, and that breeds jealousy. On the other side, you have noblesse oblige, where success becomes a tool to help others, which fosters support. And here's the kicker. It's not just about sharing the slices. It's about using your success to make the entire pie bigger for everyone. All right, so we've talked about expanding the pie in a psychological way, a social way, but now we're going to take a huge leap. What if we could expand the pie of reality itself? Our second source takes this whole idea in a completely radical direction, suggesting the pie we can create isn't just opportunity, but the very fabric of existence. So yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? How on earth do you bake a new reality? This is where our second source comes in, and it takes us into some seriously mind-bending territory by introducing a powerful and honestly very unexpected creative force. And what is this force? Get ready for this. The source proposes that it's prayer, but not prayer in the way we usually think of it, like just asking for things. It describes prayer as a kind of fundamental energy, a creative force that can actually operate outside the known laws of physics. And the scale of this energy is just staggering. According to the source, it's not limited to our world. The idea is that its ripples can extend out into the spiritual world, that they can create
whole new parallel universes, and even stretch across the entire multiverse. It's like dropping a stone in a pond, only the pond is all of existence. Okay, so if this force can cross dimensions, can it also cross time? And this is where we get to probably the most challenging and fascinating claim from the source. The idea that we can use this energy to influence not just the future, but also the past.
I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking it too. Whoa, wait a minute, change the past? What about paradoxes? If you change history, you break everything. And that's a totally valid question. But the source offers this really elegant, clever solution that gets around that problem completely. So here's how it works. You're not actually rewriting our timeline. That stays exactly as it is. Instead, the energy of this prayer travels back to a critical fork in the road in history, and it influences the thoughts of a key person. This doesn't change our past, it creates a new branch. A whole new parallel timeline is born where a better choice was made. The best way to think about it is you're not editing the book, you're writing a spin-off series.
So, if this incredible creative power exists, where does it come from? Is it some external force we have to find? According to the source, the answer is way closer to home. This power to create new realities, it's already within you.
And this is the absolute heart of the matter. This power isn't something that's given to us. It's something we access when we remember our true nature. That moment of deep intention and focus, that's what the source calls self-authentication. It's the instant you recognize you're not just a limited physical body, but a multidimensional being that isn't bound by time and space. This final analogy just brings the whole idea home perfectly. Most of us think of ourselves as the TV set, a physical box, limited, stuck in one room. But the source argues that our true self is actually the broadcast signal. The body is just the receiver that's displaying the signal here in this 3D world. Our essence, the signal itself, is non-physical, limitless, and everywhere at once. So in this view, prayer is just the act of remembering that you're the signal, not just the set. So let me leave you with this last, totally mind-bending question from the source. If this energy can influence the past, could it be that your moments of intuition, those sudden inspirations, those gut feelings you have, could it be that they're not random at all? Could they, in fact, be a prayer from your future self, sent back in time to guide you toward a better path? Something to think about.